Hello everyone, welcome back to Krish's Excel Anywhere. Today we are going to learn how to create simple and dynamic drop-down list and what is the difference between these two. How to create drop-down list where the employee no need to update their name, just they have to select. Also we'll see how to create batch ID with numbers. And similarly, the last one, 5 years completed, they have to select just yes or no. Ultimately, what is the benefit of using this? It's a list tell users what input is expected from them. With the drop down list, they will see a limited number of choices and they no need to guess what is expected from them. We'll see this one by one. Let's get started with today's session. Alright, first we'll see what is drop-down list. Drop-down list is one of the most useful function available in Excel. It's a very good features that can help you make your data clean. Sometimes it's very difficult to control what people enter, but it is a few minutes task to create a drop-down list and it saves lots of time cleaning up non-standardized information. So let me show you how to create drop-down list for employee name first. There are two options. One is we can create a drop-down list by hard coding the value. The another one is by selecting the range. Let me show you one by one. On the menu bar, click on the data tab and data validation. Click on the data validation. You can use a shortcut Alt+AVV to get data validation window. Here, first we will see how to hard code the values in list. Right now in settings, validation criteria, allow any value. It accepts all the value, either text or numeric or any other special character. It accepts all. But now we are going to assign list. We need a list of employee name. I will type manually John and comma Smith comma Mark. I'll click on OK. So once the drop down list is created, you can see a down arrow mark right side of this cell, and if you click on that particular down arrow mark, you will be able to see the list of employee name. I'll select Smith and here I'll select Mark. I want the employee to select their respective name and update their detail. Now we have learned how to hard code the value. When we have 3-4 people in a team, it's very easy to hard code their names. But what if you have 100 people in your team? How will you hard code? It's very difficult. No? In that situation, you can use a range. If you have data on the same sheet or different sheet, I'll show you. Get the data validation window, Alt+AVV. Here in the source, this is very important. Now instead of hard coding the value, we are going to get the range from either it can be on the same sheet or different sheet. So you click on this option. Now we have to select the range. I have updated the range in the next sheet. You can see here. Let me select this list of employee name. OK. And now click on OK again. Earlier I had updated only 3 names, but now we should have 4 names: John, Smith, David and James. Mark should not be there. It's changed. This is how we can create drop down list by using hard coding the value as well as range. Now let's create batch IDs. Just select the range and get the data validation window, Alt+AVV, and here the list 101, 102, 103, 104. They no need to update manually, just they have to click on the down arrow mark and select the respective batch ID and update. Now I want to define their department. Let me select only this range, Alt+AVV, to get the data validation window here in the list. Now I don't want to update this manually. I don't want to hard code the value. I will select the range. Click on this and it is there already in the next sheet. HR IT services and enter, or you can click on this option. Now click OK. Now it should be there. If you click on this down arrow mark right side of the cell, you will see HR James is working in IT. Joining here also we can create drop down list. Alt+AVV list. I'll keep it only to 2020 and 2021. Okay. Now this is very important. This is all just imaginary data. Now we are just asking, okay, instead of making 5 years, I will keep it 1 year, 1 year completed. Now we'll ask them either they have completed 1 year or not. We'll get that data validation window, and here we are going to hard code the value yes or no. When we have 100 people, it's very difficult to edit each comments. So it's best to have standardized list of comments. Now, how to create dynamic drop-down list and what is the benefit by using dynamic drop-down list? If you are working with a continuously changing data set, you may want to make your named range dynamic so that it automatically expands to accommodate newly added entries or to exclude removed data. It can be done in two ways. One is by converting this data into table or creating offset function. That we'll see one by one. First, let's try with table. It's very easy. There are many ways to convert table. Go to Home tab, Format as Table. You can select either one of these format. It converts to table. Or one more option, Insert Table. So I will use here, click on Home tab and Format as Table. Let me select this option. Okay. If you see this, my table as headers. Yes, I'll say okay. So what is the header now? It is name. Now this is table. What is this table name? If you are not sure what is your table name, and click on design, it says table 5. I will keep it as it is. Here we are going to define the dynamic drop down list. Select the range and click on the data validation source. This is very important. First I'll give equal, it is table name, table 5 open bracket, and what is the header name? It is name close bracket. That's all, and click OK. Do you think it will accept? It will not. There is a problem with this formula. Not trying to type a formula here, but this can be done by using indirect. Type indirect and open parenthesis. Now we are going to use this double quote as indirect function only accepts the reference as text. Double quote. Okay. Now this should accept. We still see these 4 names. Now let's see. We are going to add one more name as Rahul. New name is been added. Now this should reflect here. Let's click on the down arrow mark. See, you can see the new name Rahul. Now the second option, by using offset function, we'll use department. Click on formula. You can see the option name manager. You can also use Control F3 to get the name manager window. Here I'm going to create new one, which is department. It's already selected the name. Refers to, this is very important. Here I'm going to use offset function. Offset, it refers the first cell from HR, and column and row. When you select a particular range, you should select column and row. Here I'm going to give both blank, comma, and I will give count A. We are using count A function to find the last row. Open parenthesis. I'm selecting from HR till last I have selected, and close the bracket and OK. Now we can try. Click on name manager. Click on department. Refers to, you will get to know till where it's getting selected. You can see from HR till services it's getting selected. Now I will add one more marketing. We have to select this range and define. We have to call the name manager and Alt AVV to get the data validation window. Here we have to call the name manager name. So department equal dep DEPT. Okay. Now let's try. We should have marketing in the drop down list. It's been newly added. Yeah, we can see marketing, right? So now let me remove this IT and adjust the range here. Now we should see only 3 department because one has been removed. Yeah, you can see only 3. Great, it works. I hope it's clear. In the next section, we are going to learn dependent drop-down list by using indirect function. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notification when we publish new videos. Thank you for watching.